Welcome into January 14th, 2019. It's Wager Smart. I'm Corbett Koslak. These are your best bets for your basketball gambling Monday. It was a tough NFL divisional weekend this weekend for us here at Wager Smart. 1-9 my last 2 days. Not going to be the case today. I feel good about these 5 bets I'm about to tell you about. Your 5 best bets for your January 14th, 2019 gambling Monday. 4 of them relate to college basketball, 1 of them to the NBA. Let's get started. My number 5 lock of the day, Duke minus 16.5 at home against Syracuse, tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern. Duke getting just 50% of the money. They're 10-5 against the spread this year. Syracuse coming off a 14-point Georgia Tech home loss. Duke averaging winning by 25 points. Of course, most of those will come against mid-majors, low-level mid-majors, but Duke's high-flying offense, I think, gets the job done. 16.5 is a lot to lay against a Jim Boeheim defense, but I think Tyus Battle, Frank Howard, O'Shea Brissett and company are really going to struggle to score against the athleticism of Duke. They're coming off an emotional road win against Florida State. I think they come out here and get a resounding victory as the number 1 team in the country. My 4th best bet of the day, my number 4 best bet of the day, Sacramento Kings minus 3 at home against the Blazers. That game tips off at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Blazers coming off on the second night of a back-to-back. Kings at home with rest. In second night of a road back-to-back, they lost to the Nuggets yesterday in Denver. Kings are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. They are 8 games over 500 against the spread on the season at 25-17-1. All 8 of those games have come at home. They're 15-7-1 against the spread at home in Sacramento. The Blazers just 23-21 against the spread. They've really been struggling lately. That's my number 4 best bet of this gambling Monday. My number 3 best bet, I really feel confident in this one. The Pittsburgh Panthers plus 5.5 against Florida State at 7 p.m. Eastern. My confidence in this one does not resound over the betting public, as Pitt is getting just 40% of the money. They are, however, 12-4 against the spread on the season, 6-3 in their last 9 against the spread against Florida State. Heartbreaking loss for Florida State last time out. They gave up the wide-open Cam Reddish three-pointer to end it. 9-3 against the spread at home this year are the Pitt Panthers. Florida State just 3-9 ATS in their last 12. Pitt 10-2 home straight up this season, and at 5.5 straight up would cover for you. I really like Pitt coming off an emotional, struggling loss for Florida State. Pitt, a much improved team over recent years. They are set at 11-5 on the season. They beat Louisville. They lost to North Carolina in conference, and they lost a tough one to NC State. They are very improved, and 5.5 is a lot to lay. If you're going with Florida State, I think Pitt gets an early lead. Florida State comes back, Pitt covers. My number 2 lock of this January 14th, Indiana minus 2 at home against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 63% of the money for Indiana, according to Oddshark.com. 15-6 against the spread in their last 21 home games. They might have the 3 best players on the floor at all times in Rob Phinisee, Romeo Langford, and Juwan Morgan. So anytime that I think you have the 3 best players in the game, you stand a good shot to cover. They're coming off their very tough loss where they got the very, very nice backdoor cover against Maryland. They hit the 3 at the buzzer to cover. I think they come out and get this win today. They have been very good at home offensively. They are the number 1 team in field goal percentage at home this season in the country. And while Nebraska is the number 17 rather, 3-point defense in the country, much improved 3-point defense. They are 164th on the road, 169th on the road in defending field goals. The number 1 best bet, take it to the bank, lock of the week, Maryland, minus 3.5 at home against the Wisconsin Badgers. Maryland, as it sits right now, getting 58% of the money, 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. Wisconsin coming off a tough double overtime home loss to Purdue, in which they were 3-point favorites. Maryland has covered 4 of their last 5. They missed the one they didn't cover by half a point. They were 2.5-point favorites, won by 2. Main reason I like Maryland tonight, Ethan Happ is the Mr. Do-Everything all-time rebounder in the history of the Wisconsin Badgers. I think Bruno Fernando might be the best defensive big man in the country, definitely one of them. I think if he neutralizes, which I think he does, if he neutralizes Ethan Happ, Wisconsin's really going to have a tough time scoring in this one. And then Anthony Cowan, the junior guard from Maryland, is going to be the most athletic player on the floor at the guard position. Wisconsin's going to put Khalil Iverson on him. I don't think it works. That was January 14th's Best Bets.